Huzzah, folks, and welcome back to Daggerfall Unity. I think it's time for us to stand and consult how drunk we are. We're not drunk at all. So we had a golden nail. Let's do that neared wine. That's usually what I do, right? Oh, really? Then I will have drink. Give me another golden nail. Getting drunk. Wrong button. There we go. This is the Goldilocks zone. The that Jim Leahy take the fucking bull by the horns kind of drunk. I honestly don't remember which one of these is cobbled together. So let's go ahead and go to this corner and we'll start down there. Oh, feels good being outside after a couple days of reading. We'll get back to reading it. Don't get me wrong. We just need to find part 7. It's interesting. I should really do a comparison between both versions of 6 before it turns. Oh, hey, cobbled together. Lovely. Howdy, sir. I would like to sell first, please. Damn, it's beautiful. That's my book collection. All right, scroll down, 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 down. Down a little bit more. Dyes. I think I'm gonna start selling everything from here. Yeah. Like this. What is that, a moon? Yeah. Keeping those. Oh, that meat. Okay. Actually, what was the light ones? Orc Lord, Iron Will, Longbow. Never Tiring, Wildfire, Magicka. Leaping, Longbow, Unrestrainable, rather. Anti-Venom Recall. Wait. Is it on my person? No, it's not. Thought I had some of just light. Orc Lord, Iron Will. Shining. Never Tiring. Oh, I was reading the weapons before. Never Tiring. Magicka, Leaping, Unrestrainable, and Venom Antidote. So that's a poison antidote. Okay, there we go. Anything in here? Oh yeah, there is. Steel. Anything below here, right? And we're even selling. I think we had gotten a Daedric bow. We got a Daedric sword now. So bye. All right, sell. Woo! Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Hell yeah, baby. 1,800,000, 18,000. Done. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. My gold pile is absolutely ridiculous. There's my locator device that I had needed previously. What are my pants? Adamant. Yeah. These are backups in here. In fact, I should probably take all of these backups and not equip them, but the fuck did I just put on? Put those two things on. There we go. Beautiful. Put these back in the wagon. Remove. Whoop. Okay. Oh, I have all this armor and shit to sell too. I need to find a pawnbroker. That's what I really need to find. Everything looks good in there. Cool. All right, let's get out of here. Wait, no, we need to look at the books. We need to look for books. King Edward. Nope. Oh, I need to buy. Also, I need to buy. What is it called? Bandages. I'm not gonna buy any paint or dyes right now, especially since I know where I can buy those reliably. Let's get this definitely, and I guess a saltfish for now. Don't really need a saltfish. But I'm taking it anyways. There's a small building too. A little small store around here. Oh, that was the small store. So now we need to go to Vintage Used Supplies. Practical. God, I can't believe how graphic that book got. That was otherworldly. I need to look at these books. I keep passing over them, but that's the real reason why I'm here. Excuse me. Got a little frog in my throat. Part 5, got it. Was that fragment? Oh yeah, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Wayrest, the jewel of the bay. Oh, so it is kind of like Loot Golin. The old ways, dubious tale of the crystal, dubious tale of the crystal tower. That sounds interesting. Oh, that's 9. Damn, I thought that was it. And we're checking back stock for all these because we're pretty drunk. We'll be drunk for the next hour, so we got that good stuff. Oh, part 5 again. Trust me, if we don't find it in these, part 4, we will most likely... Wow, that's a cool looking cuirass. That's really cool. I want this style of cuirass. Wait. Where's my cuirass now? Did I put it in the wagon? I did. I didn't. Where did I put my chest piece? What are these leggings? I just saw some cool leggings in here too. Did I accidentally sell my fucking chest piece? Battle warm? Okay, no, that's my upgraded one. Okay. Woo! Got scared for a moment. Thought I did something stupid. Alright, let's get out of here. I swear I didn't step away. I only went to go refill my water because I was literally dying of thirst. Sundries and Reels, the best use store or whatever that was. Wayrest Sundries and the Emperor's retail store. Hello, sir. I'm here for bandages. I do need to restock bandages, I will say that. Madness of Pelagius. Yeah, I want to go through and read all these books. When I go back and read... Oh, that's the War Betty. The real Barenziah again. I'll go all the way. I'll go all the way. As embarrassing as that is. Part 6? I have part 6. I need part 7. Not used to reading Roman numerals, believe it or not. Not my everyday thing. Sorry, man. What happened to these guys overstock? What the hell? Whoop. Alright, practical. 5. Fall of the Usurper. I wonder if that's Yeagar Tharn's storyline, maybe? Volume 2. God damn. Where's my water? Oh. Okay. Oh, I think I feel better now. We are still going east to that used goods store. Alright, still 80. Better appointed than most. We'll have the book that I want, asshole. Volume 1. Not even the right one that I wanted. They got all parts but the parts I want. Oleander's hammer? That's cool. Sounds cool. $10. Take more, oh, there it is, 7. Got it. Got it. I do not have enough gold. One moment, please. Please give me 1,000 gold, please. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Not what I wanted to do. Control click. There we go. Now then, please. Alright, well, I'm going to look backstock in here just for bandages. And then we're going to go find a cobbled together joint. Alright, fuck the upstairs backstock. Woo! Alright, we need pawn shops. Or one of these places. Let's go northeast to there first. Let's go more north for now. Go this way now. I think that's it. No, that's an inn. Trying to get better at spotting what's a store and what's not a store. Like, yeah, that's right there. Practical. Let's leave. Not even gonna look. Do I check that supply store? Let's go this way first. Did I check all those? Yeah, I've been to all these. So first should be the physiques. Feels great being outside. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, I never thought I would see poverty in this game, but I just fucking did. Those people were fucking stoned out of their gourds. They were skooma addicts. Oh, that's a cat. Oh, that's just a barrel. A bucket. Man, I would never thought I was gonna see skooma addicts on the street. That has to be part of, what is it, Lively Cities or whatever? I mean, I fucking love it. I need more of it, if you know what I mean. Where are these stores? On the other side of these buildings. Vintage Aegis. And that joint. First class Airmurmur. Laid out in practical. What's your business competitor say? Practical too? Holy hell. Alright, pot herbs next. Oh no, let's do physique down below first. Should be there. Sturdy, beautiful. Hello, sir. Oh, what's this? Wild. Oh, that's my wildfire, yeah. I want to sell... What don't I need? Free action, healing, orc strength, levitation. Get rid of these potions. Cure disease, water walking, restore power. Okay, I'm gonna start getting rid of all this shit that I don't need. Oh my god, it's the great ingredient cell. Look at this. Wow. Really? Nothing? Yeah, I don't want to get rid of any of those. Alright, sell. Boom. Thank you, sir. Yeah, look at these dyes down here. Oh, potions too. We need to start carrying more potions. Oh, a slow falling potion. That's smart. I should get a slow fall spell, really. North. Because when I entered Morrowind, I was already pretty proficient with magics, you know? It was really, I started brewing and I started enchanting. That's what the two skills I picked up in lieu of not having good language skills. Practical manner. We checked up there. Bargain gems. Nope. Just that place is last. Well, I suppose we return to the Dirty Priest and we continue reading. Nice. A little break up from the reading. Then we don't have to go to the Mages Guild. We spent a couple hours doing that. Oh my god, I'm so laden with gold that I'm slowed. Do you see that? Let's do let's dump 9,000 into the thing. There we go. Am I better? I'm not better. Gold. Alright, put 500 away. What else is weighing me down? I guess all these books. Remove. Remove. Oh, I forgot to sell one of these. I mean, I'm carrying my books. I don't care. Oh my god. If you can hear that in the background, Gaia's having a dream. She's a sleepy puppy. She had a big day. 2 walks. Was basically in the office with me all day, just chilling. Food, drink. Actually, we spent a lot of time outside too, planting. What was it? We planted our corn today and some peppers. But yeah, it was a good day. Drinks. Let's have another golden ale. And let's have a little hors d'oeuvre since we're going to be reading again. Food. Let's have. Ooh. Yeah, let's eat these tartlets. Let's pretend that we took the remainder of our tartlets over here, right? We're gonna nestle down our chair with the good views and the meat and the nice tunes over there and the priest staring at us judgingly, and her. I mean, with her, is she a dark elf? Red eyes, black hair, maybe, and this wonderful fire keeping us warm. So let's get back into our cups. Let's open our books and our minds to The Real Barenziah Part 7. Actually, you know what? I'm getting a fucking beer. I'm getting a beer. Oh, what am I gonna have? Yeah, I'll have one of these tonight. It's not my favorite, but I need to get rid of it. Yeah, that dog, she's checked out. Like, if there was a punch card system for her, she'd check out. Oh man, my headphones are all fucked up. Hang on. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a hot mess. My headphone cord is all twisted and bound around my body. It's uncomfortable. Oh, okay. For a beer, I got an Elysian Full Contact. It's an Imperial Hazy API. Wow, I've been working too much. IPA. Holy fuck. There we go. Yeah, she didn't move. She's fucking knocked out. Fully. Clocked out. She's no longer working. Neither am I. So I should stop saying API. Okay. Barenziah, Part 7. The Real Barenziah, Part 7. Everything I have ever loved, I have lost, Barenziah thought, looking over the mounted knights behind and ahead. The tire woman near her in the carriage. What? Tire woman? Near her in the carriage? Yet I have gained a measure of wealth and power, and the promise of more to come. Dearly have I bought it. Now do I better understand Tiber Septim's love of it. If he has oft paid such prices, for surely worth its measure by the price one pays. Barenziah, by her wish, rode mounted on a shining black mare, clad as a warrior in shining chainmail of dark elf making. As the slow days slipped by and her train rode a winding road eastward into the setting sun, around her rose the steep-sided mountain slopes of Morrowind. The air was thin, and a chill late autumn wind blew constantly, but it was also rich within the sweet spice smell of the late blooming black rose, which grew in every shadowy nook and crevasse, finding nourishment even in the stoniest of slopes. The small villages and towns, ragged dark elf folk gathered along the road to cry her name or simply gape. Most of her nightly escort were red guards, with a few dark elves, Nords and Bretons scattered among them. As they wove their way into the heart of Morrowind, these grew increasingly uncomfortable and clung together. Even the dark elf knights seemed somewhat uneasy. Barenziah felt at home, felt the welcome extended to her by this land. Seamus met her at Mournhold borders, with an escort of knights, about half of whom were dark elf in imperial battle dress, she noted. There was a grand parade into the city and speeches of welcome from elders. "I've had the Queen's suite refurbished for you," he said, "but you can change anything not to your taste, of course." He went on about the details of the coronation ceremony, which was to be held in a week. He was his old commanding self, but she sensed something else as well. He was eager for her approval of the arrangements. He asked her nothing about her stay in the Imperial City or Tiber Septim, although Barenziah was certain that Drellani had told him everything in detail. The ceremony itself, like so much else, was a mixture of old and new. Parts of it were dictated by imperial format, as she was sworn to service of the Empire and Tiber Septim, as well as to the land of Mournhold and to its people. She then accepted fealty from the people and the council. The council was composed of a mixture of imperial representatives, advisors as they were called, and native representatives of the people. These latter were mostly elders in accordance with elven custom. Barenziah found that much of her time was occupied in attempting to reconcile these two forces, and the elders were expected to do most of the reconciling. Is that right? Yeah. In the name of the reforms introduced by the Empire, such as land ownership and surface farming, which went clean against dark elven tradition, as laid down by their ancient gods and goddesses. Now Tiber Septim, in the name of the One, had decreed a new tradition, and the gods and goddesses themselves were expected to obey. Damn. Barenziah threw herself into her work and study. She was through with love and men for a long, long time, if not ever. There were other pleasures she discovered, as Seamus had promised, those of the mind of power. She developed a love for dark elf history and legend, a hunger to know the people of whom she sprang, fond warriors and craftsmen. Tiber Septim lived another half-century, during which she saw him on few occasions. As she was bidden to the Imperial City for one reason or another, he greeted her with the warmth on those occasions, as they had long talks together about events. He seemed to have quite forgotten that there had ever been anything more between them. Damn. He changed little over the years. Rumor said that his mages had found spells to extend his vitality, and even that the One had granted him immortality. Then, one day, a messenger came with news that he was dead, and his son was now emperor in his place. They heard the news in private, she and Seamus. He took it stoically, as he took everything. "It does not seem possible," Barenziah said. "I told you, it's the way of humans. They're a short-lived race. It doesn't really matter. His power lives on, and his son now wields it. You called him your friend. Do you feel nothing?" He shrugged. "There was a time when you called him somewhat more. What do you feel, Barenziah?" "Emptiness, loneliness," she said. Then she too shrugged. "That is not new." "I know," he said, taking her hand. "Barenziah, let me try to fill that lonely place." Whoa, this turned a sudden change of a turn of events. Jesus Christ. He turned her face up and kissed her. It filled her with astonishment. She couldn't remember his ever touching her before. She'd never thought of him in that way, and yet, undeniably, this old familiar warmth spread through her. She'd forgotten how good it was, that warmth. Not the burning heat she had felt with Tiber Septim, but the warmth she associated with straw. Poor straw. She hadn't thought of him in so long. He'd be middle-aged now if he still lived, probably married with a dozen children, she hoped, and a wife who could talk for two. "Marry me, Barenziah," he was saying. I've worked and toiled and waited long enough, haven't I? Marriage. A peasant with peasant dreams, the words appeared in her mind as if from long ago. And yet, why not? If not him, who? The great noble families had been destroyed in the war and its aftermath. Dark elf rule had been restored, but not the old nobility. Most of them were upstarts like Seamus, and not as good as he was. All right, Seamus is an upstart. I mean, what did he vowed for this moment right here that he's going for? That this is his big moment. Ever since his mama died on the naming day for Barenziah, he'd fought to keep Mournhold whole and healthy when their so-called advisors would have picked their bones, sucked them dry as Ebonheart had been sucked dry. Oh, damn. He'd fought for Mournhold, fought for her, while she and it grew. She felt a sudden rush of gratitude and undeniably affection. He was steady and reliable. He'd served her well. Why not, she said, smiling. The union was a good one, both in its political and personal aspects. While Tiber Septim's son viewed her with a jaundiced eye, right? Yeah. His trust in his father's old friend was absolute. Seamus, however, was still viewed with suspicion by Marwen's stiff-necked folk. Suspicious of his peasant ancestry, his close ties to the empire, while she was quite popular. The ladies, one of our own in her heart, it was whispered, held captive as we are. Barenziah felt content. There was work and pleasure, and what more could one ask of life? Jesus. Let me take a sip here. The years passed swiftly, with crises to be dealt with, storms and famines and failures and successes and plots to be foiled. Mournhold prospered well enough. Her people were secured and fed, her mines and farms productive. All was well, save that the marriage produced no children, no heirs. I mean, what did that court sorceress or healer say? Now elven children are slow to come, but most demanding of their welcome, noble children more so than ever, others. Thus many decades had passed before they grew concerned. The fault lies with me, husband. I am damaged goods, Barenziah said bitterly. If you want to take another, I want no other, Seamus snapped. Nor do I know the fault to be thine. Perhaps it is mine. Whichever, we shall seek a cure. If there is damage, surely it can be repaired. It may be repaired. How so, when we dare not entrust anyone with my true story? Healers' oaths do not always hold. It won't matter if we change the time and circumstances a bit. Wherever we say or fail to say, Jah here never rests. I think that's their deity, maybe? I've actually seen that deity before. Jayfair, I think. That's how you pronounce that. His inventive mind, and quick tongue are never busy spreading gossip and rumor. Priests and healers came and went, but all their prayers, potions, and other efforts produced not even a period of bloom, let alone a single fruit. Eventually they put it from their minds and left it to the gods' hands. They were yet young, with centuries ahead of them. There was time. Elves always have time. Alright, that's 7. 8. These books are thick. I'm just saying that right now. It's thick with 2 motherfucking C's. Steam, go away. Barenziah sat in the hall at dinner, pushing her food about on her plate, feeling bored and restless. Seamus was away, having been summoned to the Imperial City by Tiber Septim's great-great-grandson. Whoa. So, third generation now? Uriel Septim. Oh. Barenziah's lost count. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, let me just read this. I'm smiling because we're getting closer to the end, and this beer is delicious. It's better than I gave it credit for earlier. Um, or was it his great grandson? She'd lost count, she realized. Their faces seemed to blur into one another. Perhaps she should have gone with him, but there had been the delegation from Tyr on the tiresome matter that required delicate handling. Okay? A bard was singing, but Barenziah hadn't been listening. Lately, all the songs seemed the same to her, whether new or old. Now, a turn of phrase caught her attention. He was singing of freedom of adventure, of freeing Morrowind from its chains. How dare he? Barenziah sat up straight and turned to glare at him in worse, then realized that he was singing some ancient war song with Skyrim Nords, praising the heroism of King Maolin and his brave companions. I wonder if that's the companions is capitalized. I wonder if that's the companions in Skyrim, like the werewolf people. Spoilers, sorry if that's spoilers for anybody, but I mean Skyrim's a million years old now, so that tale was old enough, yet the song was new, and the meaning. Barenziah wasn't sure. A bold fellow with a good voice and an ear for poetry and music, rather handsome too, in a raffish way. He didn't look exactly prosperous, nor prosperous? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Nor was he all that young. Certainly he wasn't under a century of age. Why hadn't she heard him before? Or at least heard him before, or at least heard of him? Who is he? She whispered to her dinner companion, who shrugged and said, calls himself the Nightingale. No one seems to know anything about him. I know the Nightingale. Motherfucking master thief. Bid him speak with me, and he has bid him speak with me when he has done. Nightingale came to her, thanked her for the honor and the purse she handed him. His manner wasn't bold, rather quiet and unamusing. He was quick enough with gossip about others, but she learned nothing about him, for he turned all questions away with a joking answer or a wild tale, yet one given so charmingly that it was impossible to take offense. My true name, milady? I am no one. No, my parents named me no one. Or was it nobody? What doth it matter? How can parents give name to that which they not know? Ah, I believe that was the name. Not no. Or no not? Oh man, I'm tongue-tied here. I am not a nightingale. Jesus. I have been nightingale for so long, I do not quite remember. Oh, since last month at the very least. Or was it last week? All my memory goes into song and tales, you see. I've none left for myself. I'm really quite boring. Where was I born? Why, nowhere. I like that. I was a plan to settle in Dunroman when I get there, but I am in no hurry. I see. And will you then marry Athlesur? Very perceptive of you, milady. Perhaps, although I find in taste quite charming, too, at whiles. Ah, you are fickle, then. Like the wind, milady, I blow hither and yon and hot and cold. Stay with us a while, then, if you will. As you wish, milady. Barenziah found her interest in life rekindled. All that had seemed stale seemed fresh and new again. She greeted each day with zest, looking forward to the conversations and song with Nightingale. Unlike other bards, he never sang her praises, nor other woman's, but only of high adventure and bold deeds. When she asked him about this, he merely said, What greater praise of thy charm could thouest ask, than what thy own mirror gives thee? If words thou wouldest have, thou hast those of the greatest bards of the land? How should I vie with them? Who I who was born but a week gone by. For once they had spoken privately, for Barenziah, unable to sleep, had bidden him come to her chamber, that his music might soothe her. Thou art lazy and a coward, else I hold no charm for thee. Milady, to praise thee, I must know thee, and thy spirit wrapped in clouds of enchantment. Not so, 'tis thy words that weave enchantment, and thy eyes know me if thou wilt, and if thou darest. He came to her, they lay close, kissed and embraced. Not even Barenziah truly knows herself. He whispered softly, How can I, Barenziah? Thou seekest and know it not, nor yet for what? What would you have that you would not have? Passion, she whispered. Passion and children born of it. And for thy children, what? What birthright will you give them? Freedom, she whispered. Freedom to be what they are. Where can I find these things? Where did I leave off? Oh, there we go. They lie beside you and beneath you, and if you dare, stretch out your hands to take them. But Seamus, I tell you, in me lies the answer to part of your quest, and below us is these very minds, lies that which will grant us the power to achieve it. That which Morgulin and Edward between them used to free High Rock from Nord domination. Oh my god, a frog. Jesus, I almost started coughing directly into the mic. Domination of their spirit. Properly used, none can stand against it, not e'en the power which the Emperor controls. Freedom, Barenziah, freedom from the chains that bind you. Think of it, Barenziah. He kissed again, softly, and withdrew. You're not going? She cried out. For her body yearned for him. For now, he said. Pleasures of the flesh are nothing beside what we might have together. I would have you think on it. I don't need to think. What must we do? What preparation must we make? Why none? You can enter the mines freely. Once below, I can guide you to where this thing lies and lift it from its resting place. The horn of summoning, she whispered. Is it true? Do you know? 'Tis said it's buried beneath Daggerfall itself. Whoa, the horn of summoning. Okay. I don't remember this part. I just remember the Nightingale steals shit from Oblivion. He's totally gonna steal his fucking horn too. Mark my words. Nay, long have I studied this matter, ere his death King Edward gave the horn for safekeeping into the hand of his old friend King Morelin, who secreted it here in Mournhold under the guardship of the god Efan, whose birthplace this is. Now thou knowest what it hath cost me many long years and weary miles to learn. By the god, trust me, dear heart, all will be well. Laughing, he blew her a last kiss and was gone. All right, another sippy poo of beer. Hang on. Oh, delicious. On the morrow, they passed the guards at the great doors that led below. Barenziah made her usual tour of inspection, but instead of leaving afterwards, she and the Nightingale entered a long sealed door that led to an ancient part of the workings, long abandoned. The going was treacherous, for some of the old passages had collapsed, and they had to clear a passage or find a way around. Vicious rats and huge spiders scurried, and there sometimes attacked them. I mean, I know that life all too well. We've been gone too long, Barenziah said. They'll be looking for us. What will I tell them? Whatever you please, Nightingale laughed. You are the queen, aren't you? Seamus. That peasant obeys whoever holds power. Always has, always will. We shall hold the power, love. His lips were the sweetest wine, every touch of fire and lightning. "Now," she said, "take me now, I'm ready." Her body seemed to hum, every nerve and muscle taut. "Not yet, not here, not like this." He waved around at the ancient dusty rubble and grim rock walls. "Just a little longer." "Here," he said at last, pausing before a blank wall. "Here it lies." His hands wove a spell and the wall dissolved to reveal an entrance to an ancient shrine. In the midst stood a statue of a god, hammered in hand, poised above the adamantium anvil. "My blood, Effin, I bid you wake. Morlaens, heir of Ebonheart, I am, last of the royal kin, sharer of thy blood, at Morrowind's last need, with all elvendom in peril of their souls, release to me that which thou guardest. Now do I bid thee strike." At this words the statue stirred and quickened, and the blank stone eyes glowed red. The massive head nodded, and the hammer smote the anvil, which split asunder with a thunderous crash, and the stone god himself crumbled. Barenziah clapped her hands over her ears and crouched down, crying aloud. Nightingale strolled boldly forward and clasped what lay among the ruins with a cry of ecstasy, lifting it high. "Someone's coming!" Barenziah cried. "Wait! That's not the horn! It's a staff!" "Indeed, my dear, you see truly at last." Nightingale laughed aloud. Then, "I'm sorry, my darling, that I must leave you now. Perhaps we'll meet again, one day. Until then, until then, Seamus," he said to the mail-clad figure who appeared behind them, "she's yours." "No!" Barenziah sprang up and ran toward him, but he was gone, winked out of existence. Just as Seamus, sword drawn, reached him, his blade cleaved a single stroke through the empty air. Then he stood still, as if taken the stone god's place. Barenziah said nothing. Seamus told the half-dozen elves who had accompanied him to say only that the Nightingale and the Queen had lost their way, and had been set upon by spiders. Nightingale had fallen into a deep crevasse that enclosed upon him. His body could not be recovered. The Queen had badly shaken by the encounter, and deeply mourned the loss of her friend, who had fallen in her defense. Such was his power of command that the slack-jawed soldiers, none of whom had caught more than a glimpse of the event, were half convinced it was true. Barenziah was escorted above and taken to her chamber, where she dismissed her servants and sat stunned, too shaken even to weep. Seamus stood watching her. "Do you have any idea what you have done?" he said finally. "You should have told me," Barenziah whispered. "You should have told me," Barenziah whispered. "The Staff of Unity and Chaos? I never dreamed it laid here." He said. A mewling moan escaped her lips, and she doubled over in agony. "What have I done? What now? What's to become of me?" "You loved him?" Yes. "Oh, may the gods have mercy on me. I did love him." Seamus' hard-lined face softened slightly, and his eyes glittered with a new light, and he sighed softly. "Ah, that's something then. You will become a mother, if it's within my power, and for the rest, my dear, I expect you have loosed a storm upon the land. It'll be a while yet in the brewing. When it comes, we'll weather it together." He stripped her clothing from her and carried her to the bed. Out of grief of longing, her body responded to his as never before, pouring forth all that Nightingale had woken in her. She was emptied and then filled, for a child was planted and grew within her. As the babe grew in her womb, so did her feeling for patient, faithful Seamus, rooted in long friendship and affection, now at last ripened into fullness of true love. 8 years later, their love was blessed again with a little daughter. Directly after Nightingale's theft of the staff, Seamus had sent secret messages to Uriel Septim of the matter, but had not gone himself, choosing rather to stay with Barenziah during her fertile period and father the child upon her. Damn. For this and for the theft, he suffered Uriel Septim's disfavor and suspicion. Spies were sent in search of the thief, but Nightingale seemed to have vanished whence he'd come, wherever that was. Dark elf in part, perhaps, said Barenziah, but part human too, I think, in disguise, else would I have not come so quickly to fertility? Part dark elf for sure, of ancient Retahim lineage, else he could not have freed the staff, Seamus reasoned, and I think he would have lain with thee, as elf he did not dare, for then he would not have been able to part with thee. He knew the staff lay there, not the horn, and that he must teleport to safety, for the staff is not a weapon. That would have seen him clear, unlike the horn. Praise the gods, he hath not that. It seems all was he expected. Yet how did he know? I placed it there myself, with the aid of the rag-tailed end of the Rathim clan, who now sits king in Ebonheart as a reward. Tiber Septim claimed the horn, but left the staff for safekeeping. Nightingale can use the staff to sow seeds of strife and dissension if he wishes, yet that alone will not gain him power. That lies within the horn and the ability to use it. I am not so sure it's the power that the Nightingale seeks, Barenziah said. All seek power, Seamus retorted, each in their own way. Damn, and the music ended too on that? So that's part 8. We don't have much left. We just have these books, and I think we're going to get to them next episode. I want to thank you all for watching. We're going to finish up the real Barenziah and then quickly knock out the biography of Queen Barenziah next episode, likely. I'll just make it a long one. Call it good. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to keep sipping my beer and also water because I am parched from reading this entire time. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Adios.